Dear students, welcome to my class. I am Muhammad Afzal and today, we will learn how to write a report on bar graphs. In this class, we will learn about different types of bar graphs, their features, how to describe them, the structure of a report, and finally, we will practice writing a report. So, first, let's take a look at the different types of bar graphs. In writing task 1, you usually come across either standard bar graphs or stacked bar graphs. In the case of standard bar graphs, the bars are placed side by side, and they can be either vertical or horizontal. Reports on these bar graphs are written in the same way, but you must be familiar with their physical description. In writing task 1, you are usually given standard bar graphs. Here are two bar graphs for you to look at as examples. In stacked bar graphs, the bars are placed on top of each other to form a single column. Remember, they can also be either horizontal or vertical. Although these types of bar graphs differ in their presentation, the report is always written in the same way. Here are two examples of stacked bar graphs, one is horizontal, and the other is vertical. When we talk about data types, bar graphs can be divided into two categories. Continuous bar graphs, these are used when the data is continuous, meaning it flows without gaps. For example, if we show the population growth across years, 2015, 2016, 2017, etc., the bars are placed side by side with no space between them. Discontinuous bar graphs, these are used when the data is discrete, meaning it represents separate categories. For example, if we compare the number of students in different departments, science, arts, commerce, then the bars have gaps between them to show that the categories are separate. Here, in these two photos, we have examples of continuous bar graphs. These bar graphs follow a sequence, which allows us to observe trends over time. In continuous bar graphs, the independent axis is usually based on time, such as days of the week, months, years, and so on. Here, in a discontinuous bar graph, you can see that the independent axis does not contain any time-related entries. Since there is no sequence, we do not look for trends in this type of graph. The entries can be rearranged in any order, and it will not affect the meaning of the graph. A recommended structure for report writing is the four-paragraph method. In this method, the report is organized into 4 paragraphs. The first paragraph is always the introduction. The second paragraph is for the overview of your report, where you summarize the main trends or key features. The third and fourth paragraphs are for the detailed explanation, where you describe the data with proper comparisons and supporting details. If you want to write a good introduction, you must focus on using the present indefinite tense, either in the active or passive voice. Let's look at an example. Usually, students begin with common verbs like shows or illustrates. However, you can improve your introduction by using alternative verbs. For instance, instead of illustrates, you could use elucidates. After that, you only need to replace a few words in the task statement with proper synonyms, or if you prefer, you can use the statement as it is. This becomes your basic structure for the introduction. Never make your introduction too lengthy or full of details. Keep it short, clear, and to the point. The introduction should only state what the graph or chart is about, without adding extra explanations or analysis. Remember one important thing: never use headlines or titles in your report writing. Your first paragraph will automatically serve as the introduction, the second paragraph will be the overview, and the remaining paragraphs will be for the explanation. In your overview, Always begin with the word overall, followed by a comma. Then, describe at least 2 or 3 key features. Do not list them like points, instead, write in a descriptive way. Also, never mention exact numbers or values in the overview. It must be a qualitative explanation that highlights the general trends or major features of the data. After completing the overview, next step is to explain the data. There could be different trends in the data like steadily increasing or decreasing, stable or fluctuating. Remember, for a steady trend, don't explain all the entries. Just discuss the starting and ending points. For example, if the price of rice is steadily increasing over time, just mention the first and last entries. Here in this bar graph you can see that data is discontinuous, so trend would not be used here. First of all, for introduction simply paraphrase the given statement in simple present indefinite. After writing the introduction, next step is to write overall. In overall you can see that maximum participation of boys and girls is mentioned. Only 2 points are described here to avoid extra and irrelevant explanation. Now for explanation you can use descriptive as well as comparative approach to report the data. This sample answer is for your understanding. Things to keep in mind. Remember, in report writing never give your own opinion. For instance, if data is increasing or decreasing, never explain reasons of that if not provided. Always narrate or describe the given data, never give your own opinion. Report writing asks minimum of 150 words. But there is no penalty if more than 150 words are written. However, it is recommended to avoid extra explanations as more exposure means more mistakes and loss of time. Irrelevant explanations cause negative impacts on your report and you may lose bands. Every sentence of your writing must focus the main topic. Main topic must be your pivot point, and in every sentence connectors are cohesive devices which enhance the chances of getting more marks. This is all for today. I hope this will help you in writing a report on bar graphs. If you have any question regarding bar graphs, then please let me know through your comments. In next videos we will learn rest of graphs as well.